All right. Do I have the right thing? There it is. So this game is recent, I think. I was looking at Steam recent releases. Did I unmute? Yeah. So this is The Children of Clay. It is a kind of horror type, spooky, atmospheric point and click. I have everything up max, as it should be. I hope the SFX isn't that loud, but... Hello. It's got that really weird thing where if I alt-tab out, all the sound goes away. And the screen freezes. So I'm not going to do that. We're just going to have to play it by ear. That's it. There's no other options. There's a making of DLC that I don't have, obviously. And the game is free, I think. I mean, I'm pretty sure it is. I just checked it a couple days ago, but all I know is you investigate old artifacts. I saw a YouTuber talk about this game, a couple months back, but I didn't think it was not released yet. But at the time, it's 5:40 past 11. I have received another artifact from my old friend, Professor Ortve. He writes again about how he misses working with me on the field, and his remorse about the accident. I immediately felt a chill down my spine, and once again, back in the cave. Trapped and helpless. I compose myself. I need to focus on my work. Time to start the examination. So again, all I know is you're investigating an old artifact. Artifact number 297. Kurgan Burial Mound, 7B Ural Mountains. Clay. Age unknown. Function unknown. So are we talking a bit Eastern European? From what I can gather. I'm just gonna have to set the audio manually now. So if I stand still for a bit, I'm just checking audio levels. Got a compass. What? Got some matches? Yeah. So the people watching on vertical might not see the whole screen. And that's fine, just because I can't fit the whole thing in. Okay. I want to take a look at this, though. Feature resembles a human face. Oh, game froze for a second. You can move it. Curious. This feature resembles a tail. Why does it freeze when I put the mouse over in the middle here? Should be fine. Looks like a metal object embedded into the artifact. Doesn't seem like it is possible to extract it. Maybe I can find out what kind of metal it is. There's nothing else on this side. Some sort of etching. I should use the magnifier to look closer. We're just taking a preliminary look. Doesn't seem to be much to it. Look like hands and legs, maybe. So yeah, I think the description said something like Hungarian myth. Yeah, there's a little bit of lag with this. It's kind of weird, but... There's 11 search terms. Okay. Got the compass. Not doing anything. Okay. Got some notes. Any other buttons? I'm gonna have to move my chat in case I'm missing something on the side, so the music might get paused. I'm gonna move these down just so they're not blocking anything on the screen. There you go. Right back to it. Matches. Okay. Let's look at it closer from this angle. You gotta hold the magnifying glass. You can't keep it there. Middle mouse button doesn't do anything. And I'm not gonna press escape just in case. Not seeing anything. I'm not an archaeologist, I'll be honest with you. Can't hold it on that. I don't know what kind of metal that would be. Like I said, I'm not an archaeologist. Said some etchings. They seem to be some sort of runes, but I don't recognize the type. Maybe I can find something in my books. I would have said Norse, but again, I know jack about Eastern Europe. Or Scandinavia, for that matter. Yeah, this weird, like, lag that this game has. I don't know what it is, but it's stuttering on me for some reason. Let me look at the OBS. OBS is fine. Everything is fine. It's just the game. Okay, is there more options? No. Yeah, I got stuck right there. I don't know what that is, but it's kind of annoying. The runes. Runes? An example of rune and runiform writings, the letter U written in different runes. I'm not going to pronounce that, but the letter U written in different runes. What? So you have to be specific with what you search. It's very interesting, but let's see. So we got 2 U's. Okay. Yeah, the runes, I got that. I'd like to look at the metal too, but it's not gonna let me. Can I? Looks like a candle. Yeah, this stuttering is kind of annoying. Let me look it up for a couple seconds, and I'll be right back. Yeah, I don't know what it is. It's just the game lagging, and now it's not showing up on OBS. There it is. I'll just have to deal with that, I guess. Yeah. I'll chalk it up to Unity being Unity. I suppose I do want to get through this game, though. But it was short. So yeah, runes, we got a U, blah blah blah. Curious about the metal, and it does seem to be a metal. Detecting a magnetic field, there you go. Got an achievement. Okay, so you know it's iron, automatically, but... Earliest known ironwork is dated from 3500 BC and made from meteoric iron. So it's not from Earth. There are 2 main types of ironwork: wrought iron, or cold, and cast. Cold iron has a long and varied tradition in the mythology and folklore of the world. I don't know how you would make cold iron, but it's interesting, I guess. We got 2 out of 11 search terms, I suppose. Anything else I can look at? What would the matches be for besides the thing? Runes. And we're just looking at this artifact. There's something... Okay, that stutter is going to drive me crazy. I've played Unity games with a bit more... the face. A bit more optimization. Because the compass is just for that. My god. So at the earliest, 3500 BC, most likely meteoric iron. I wouldn't know if it's cold or cast, honestly. I'm assuming this is a clay icon of some sort. So why it would have an iron object in it is beyond me. The runes are pretty mysterious. And it's got a tail and everything. And it does seem like a humanoid shape of sorts. Music's kind of eerie too, but you can see the arms and legs. I don't think it means anything right now. Yeah, you can't really light anything in the magnifying glass, doesn't go anywhere. Not much else to look at. Tail? No. Face? No. I'm gonna be an idiot for a bit, so just bear with me. I do find this curious. The Rovas. Something about them probably, because that's the U rune. Rovas script, or Old Hungarian runes, is a writing system used for writing the Hungarian language. Interesting. After the establishment of the Christian Hungarian kingdom, the old writing system was partly forced out of use, and the Latin alphabet was adopted. However, among some professions, the script remained in use. For example, shepherds use it to track the numbers of animals. Old Hungarian letters were usually written from right to left. Okay, we're still talking about runes, not letters, so I'm assuming it's right to left, so let's see, U. They got some combinations here, that's interesting. Never got that about certain, it's not Baltic, is it? Balkan country languages. Kind of like Polish and stuff like that. Always have these weird combinations. Never really understood their language structure. But we got U. Just gonna confirm that, yeah. Looks like a H of sorts. U R. This is already going pretty badly, but okay, I'm blind here. Where is that one icon? URD. And where the hell? Urdu? I know that's a thing, but what else? Or that's a triangle almost made. What? Wait a minute. I gotta read that again. Shit. Should be cussing in the beginning of these videos. Oh, we're past the 10-minute mark. Rovas, let me get back to that rune map. I forgot the last letter already. And I forgot the name of it. This is what happens when I try to do things fast. I'm trying to pay attention to many different things right now. That was an N. It's not an L, is it? It's not a... Is it L or G? So we got Erdun. L doesn't really make sense. I'm not seeing another triangle-like shape or rune here. That's odd. Looks a bit odd, so I'm gonna guess it's a G. So Erdun, I don't know. There we go. Phrenologist. I don't know how you pronounce that with the two dots. I don't know what that's called. But Erdun is the shape-shifting demonic creature from early Hungarian paganism. In pre-Christian beliefs, it had ruled the lower world and helped God in creating the earth. Okay. After Christianization, it was identified with the devil. One of the oldest Erdung myths is recorded in the Ugra tablet in the Ural Mountains. Illustrations of the devil from the Codex Gigas, 13th century. Yeah, that's a 13th century demon, alright. Okay, we got... I'm gonna try Ural, Ugra. Any other key terms? Ugra, Ural, and Gygus. Get the Ural Mountains. I'll take a look at that later, because I know what the Urals are, but it's gonna have more stuff in there. Was it Ugra? Yeah. Found in the Ural Mountains, the Ugra tablet depicts the legend of a star that fell to Earth, and out of the star, the 7 children of Erdung crawled out. According to the legends, I need a space right there. The children caused misfortune, sickness, and death to mankind, but a brave Taltosh used his cunning to lure and trap the creatures. That is weird. I don't know what I'm looking at. I feel like I gotta be writing some of this stuff down, actually. But out of the 7 children, only 6 are depicted on the tablet. This could be because of the damage. But one hypothesis states that this is evidence for the 7th children being the folk creature Mumush. Okay, we got halfway, so Moosh. I want to try Gygus. Nope. So let's try that. Whoa. They're an invisible creature that scares children in Hungarian folklore. It is most often associated with darkness, and there is no description of its shape, even in the beliefs of other peoples. What? According to some assumptions, there is no description of its shape anywhere because, for everyone, it is the embodiment of their own fears. Jesus Christ. Interesting. Some sort of dark liquid is flowing out of the holes. It's not oil, is it? Damn game stuttering on me. It's crying, alright. Dark liquid. No, don't do that yet. It's not magnetic, so it's not some sort of liquid metal or anything. I would have said oil of sorts. Let's go back for a bit. I don't suppose it's this demon? Or like a symbol to it, probably. So we got the tablet. It doesn't really look like any of these. So, I mean, when I looked up the Mamoosh, it's probably just a symbolic icon of that folk creature thing. Children of Erdung. Okay, so the Erdung created the Earth with God, and it brought down a meteor, and 7 children came out, and I guess the meteor had iron in it. If we're trying to contain mythology within history, you know, trying to make sense of actual mythology. Obviously, I'm not believing that a star came down, but I guess it makes sense for them to think of a meteor as a star. Especially if we're talking... It doesn't say how old this is, so... Ural. Simply the Urals are a mountain range in Eurasia that runs blah blah, yep. Would we have to look at where? Because I... What is this, Roman map? This looks like... I want to say Latin, but... Some of the words, man. Yeah, I think this is just supplementary stuff. I don't think it's gonna help me out much. Right? I don't think Hungary was a thing, and this is probably Holy Roman Empire era, but so Hungary might have been a thing, but okay, let's... Anything change? Looks like the dark liquid losing the metal object. It's a nail. Oh, shit. Do I have any oil? Can I... and the flame extinguished when in close proximity to the dark liquid. I don't like that, but can I take that? What on earth? I should pick up the candle and investigate. What the hell? Okay, so we're past exploring. Oh my god. That's our desk we were just at. Anything I can click on? Maybe? We've got the map. Anybody here? Stuttering is not making it any fun, you know? If anything, it drives my insanity. Let me do this for my sake. Thank you. Music's bad enough as it is. Anything in the bookcase? Nothing. Nothing here. Yeah, that stuttering is really bad. I'm not seeing anything. The object looks eerie from here. What is that? Oh, it's a statue. I need to figure out what's happening before I leave. Hello? I'm gonna look at some more of my artifacts. I am losing it slightly. A collection of Neolithic artifacts. Thank you, Doctor. That looks African in design. Bronze plaque in the form of a human face. Bronze, huh? Interesting. Could be wrong, though. I'm not an archaeologist, so. Lemovatov statue from the 10th century. Sculpture of unknown origin found in Siberia. Well, Doc, you got a pretty good collection here. Unfortunately, what the hell is that? A stone statue from... What is that noise? I stumble in the darkness, trying to find my way towards the door, and away from that wretched thing. I reach out with my hand to find something. There was a wall here. There's a wall here. A wall. A wall. I reach out with my left hand and find a wall. It feels cold to the touch. Can't... There's nothing in front of me. There's a wall. There's nothing. Oh. Game, please, stop stuttering. Game. The air feels colder here. There's a wall here, and I feel some sort of moss growing on it. Okay, there's a wall. There's nothing in front of me. There's nothing in front of me. Nothing. Okay, wall now. Oh, come on. Don't give me a puzzle now to solve. Is this not where I came from? Okay, gotta get back to the wall with the moss. Am I losing my mind? Yes. Yes, I am. There's a wall here. No, this can't be happening. I remember the matches I kept in my pocket. There's just a single one left. It takes a few seconds before I dare to light it. This game wouldn't have any jump scares. I'll be damned if it did. Wait a minute. Wait. We're stuck. We were just cycling through the same wall. Excerpt from a newspaper article titled "The Children of Clay." Just a few months after the disappearance of the esteemed archaeologist and the incident involving a broken artifact. The team working on the remote side in the Urals have made an astonishing discovery. A previously unknown underground chamber containing a dozen similar clay figures have been discovered. They're already in contact with several universities across the globe to further study. That was it. Reached the end. Alright, well. Hey, now, big shout outs to the people here, the translation teams, the developers, and to that one YouTube channel that talked about this game before I think it came out, before I even knew about it. It's a pretty good short little game here, too. And it did get a bunch of translations for different languages, so, there's no reason not to play it. It reminds me of some old Flash games, horror Flash games at the time, that were also kind of point and click, not exactly super puzzly, but, very spooky in their art style and interesting atmosphere. But that was actually pretty cool. I gotta check the achievements. Maybe I am missing stuff. I know I only got like 7 or so of the notes, so I'll play around with that on my own. But this has been a pretty cool thing. I didn't think it was gonna be that short though, and the stuttering is kind of maddening. But I'm yapping now. What can I do about it? So I'm not gonna leave you here with this music. So until next time, though, and goodbye.